Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the Podcast. I think everyone deserves this one today, or maybe not. Bitcoin, all-time high. The angels were singing and all is right with crypto now. I'm not sure how better to preface this video, and I am definitely ready for the thumbs down, but I hate everything about this, everything. And I get it, man. That's not a popular opinion, and I am supposed to sing to the mighty Bitcoin, revolutionizing finance, going to change the world, the right tech at the right time, and its time is now. Huzzah, and climb on board. But I noticed that my opinion tends to be unpopular opinion, and I am still satisfied to give mine. I shall be accused of FUD again. As if a nub of a YouTube channel can somehow affect the price of Bitcoin. But this is the internet, and I'm not sure if you've met it, but there are some very strong opinions here, so let me have it, boys. A couple reasons that I don't like this, and I will be getting into them after the intro. But one is because Bitcoin is purely speculative. And two, ETFs are a bad idea regardless of the market. I promise to expand on this. So let's talk REN just a little bit. This is still the dark horse that keeps poking its head up and saying, hey, remember me? For those not familiar with REN, get familiar with REN. REN wraps things like Bitcoin. Something needs to make Bitcoin tradable on Ethereum. REN makes Bitcoin and many others tradable on Ethereum. It's been around for a very long time. It is a boring utility token. But without REN and those like REN, the DeFi doesn't work. So as the mighty Bitcoin surges, demand increases. Oh, look, REN's going up. There's no secret formula here, folks. Use case token getting used, and it goes up. Shocking. And finally, AMP actually went up. Fractional bit. These tiny moves hit me in the wallet probably more than a lot of folks because I own so damn much of it. And thousandths of a cent matter to me. Now, I'm well past the point of shorting AMP. I don't look at the price anymore, but I know my viewers do, so if it is going to move, I'm going to report on it, even though you probably already know. I do this simply to illustrate to the folks in the know who understand AMP that if you know how and why this crypto moves, you know how and why most cryptos move. We want to remain an opinion channel. That bit of educational value is not a terrible thing either. We will be getting into these and more right after this. All right. Let me repeat what I've been saying the last couple of days because I think it bears repeating due to the implications. I am going to make this really basic and get back to some fundamentals here because I just feel like we're glossing this over, and I will get there with a simple question. Why will Bitcoin go up in value? Think about that one for a second, and we will get you in the thought camp real quick. Why will Bitcoin go up in value? At this time, right now, there is really only one answer without getting too into the weeds. It will go up in value if more people buy it than sell it. Period. It's a coin, and this is how coins work. It's right in the name, Bitcoin. Its use case is a currency, but I think it would be safe to say that it's not a currency. And investors don't see it that way. A great deal of the folks who are investing in Bitcoin don't know how blockchain works. Couldn't care less. It's an esoteric plaything for tech, but they don't care. They buy it because it'll go up. Everyone knows this. And not only do we have to deal with this from actual crypto people who should know better, now we get to deal with it from the legacy world who don't know crypto. The only thing they know about Bitcoin is the name. And the thing that burns me is that they are investing blindly in a product that has a tremendous amount of influence over the remainder of the crypto market, a speculative product. Bitcoin went up, all-time high, and it went up quick. But if crypto has taught us anything, It's that anything that goes up fast comes down fast. And we see this over and over. But somehow, this time, it'll be different. Why? Because of the paper Bitcoin we're going to have to somehow deal with, as well as the inherently fluctuating Bitcoin. I'm personally about as liquid as I've been in a long time. Almost everything is cash for me right now, with the exception of my long tokens. When I make buys, I have stop limit sells placed real close to them. I am being overly cautious right now. And if I was the type to give financial advice, which I'm not, I would recommend the same. I'm not saying you can't go after the gains. I am just saying protect yourself from the losses. If this goes south, it is going fast, and I'm sure everyone remembers the last couple of dumps. If you are in and never leaving, these dumps can bury you. If you are liquid and safe, these are what buy you the second house and the bigger boat. All right, let's push on to more positive things, because I am a happy guy. All right, I jumped the shark with our live stream thumbnail for this week, so you know what? You see, funny guy. I want to talk REN a bit from a purely pragmatic standpoint. I'm in REN. I've been in for a while, but I have been buying it and selling it for that while as well. It's not exactly a long hold token for me, but it's one I keep my eye on because it is indeed a dark horse. Over the last 6 months, the ride I have taken on the REN train has been full of tears and jeers, and if you don't have a ticket to this train, please take a good look. The variance has been nuts, and it reacts pretty strongly to the market. You don't see it on its own island too much. There is plenty of liquidity, but it moves on use cases well. And when Bitcoin is popular, REN has a tendency to be the guy at the back of the bus, but it is on the bus, so be advised. From a pragmatic standpoint, which is kind of where I live, although I might not be as thrilled with the Bitcoin pump as the rest of the market, I am very happy with the aftershocks it causes in the market. And as the Bitcoin rises, it carries most of the boats with it. REN is one of those necessary elements that enable the tide to rise. And as much as I hate speaking in metaphor, it's a decent one. I'm just saying, if REN isn't on your radar, please get it on your radar. It has that predictability that I enjoy so much when I'm shorting, and REN has bought me a lot of AMP over the last few months. I can't begin to tell you what my average buy is. I'm in and out of it a lot. But if I can profit on it with some aggressive trading, surely anyone can. And finally, trumpets blare and the heralds sing. AMP reached a nickel this morning around 5 a.m. I think it's a sad state of affairs that for AMP to get a nickel, it took Bitcoin going to an all-time high to give it the assist. The market moved as a whole, and AMP finally caught up. Using the bus metaphor from above, AMP missed said bus a while ago, and he's the kid running after it as it drives away, papers flying from the notebooks and everyone laughing at him. But you know what? AMP has one thing to say to you today. You ready?
Oh, hey, you.
That's right. We made a nickel. Who's laughing now, huh? I probably won't sustain. AMP is so predictable and shortable that when the bus stops, AMP just slams right into the back of it. Have you ever really tried talking without using metaphors? It's tough. It's tough. Effectively, the entire market went up on the back of Bitcoin, and it was AMP's turn. This is a liquidity pump, nothing else. And when the music stops, so shall the AMP. But enjoy the ride up, because we haven't had one in a while. I stopped shorting AMP. A bit ago, but if it does run away, I will short the hell out of it. It's not about principle. It's about money. And I feast on the tears of speculators, and I am happy to do it again. I know what AMP is. I know what it does. I know how it moves. So when it runs for no reason whatsoever, with the exception of speculation, I fully intend to capitalize it. It's not the crypto way, but it's my way, and I would much rather pay taxes on crypto gains than to have no gains at all. In its current state, and now that most of the hangers on have bailed, AMP is effectively risk-free for me, and I know where it should be priced. If it gets anywhere near 6 cents on a FOMO run, the table is set. We have a live stream this evening, and as I mentioned, I jumped the shark with the thumbnail because I think it's funny, and there's nothing wrong with funny. The market as a whole seems to be reaching a stress point, and now that the legacy media can't ignore it any longer, $2.6 trillion is sort of hard to brush off. So we're going to have some fun at their expense this evening. Hope you can join us. The whole team is on for this show. So if you have tax questions, Emery will be standing by to answer them. And if I start running away, Bell will be there to drag me back. 1900 Central. Just click on the goofy thumbnail. I'm going to call this one good. I hope you folks enjoyed. And you know what? I hope the day is a good one for you. Make some money. That's it.